Yeah. Welcome to this thing we're doing. The Emperor is back.
I don't even know if that's close to the laugh. I don't know.
Whatever.
Hello, welcome to this thing we're doing.
It's a laugh enough.
Who are you?
Caden.
Who am I?
Sarah Hazen.
What are we doing? What are we?
'Cause we can. Podcast.
What are we doing today?
I don't know. You're the one with the schedule.
We're gonna do things a little different today.
Okay.
Well, not that different.
Oh no, we didn't watch trailers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh well.
But I got stuff to show you.
Fuck it. Just start with your news and then we'll take a break.
Okay.
We're just gonna keep this in anyway.
Cool, sounds good.
Did we introduce ourselves already?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Let's
No,
find
we
stuff
gotta get
that's
copyright
interesting.
striked.
Star Trek.
That's never interesting.
The new Patrick Stewart Picard series
Oh, I
has
sent you-
Jonathan Frakes
I think I
coming
sent you
back.
that. I don't know who that is. So.
I'm pretty sure that's number one. Is
Just looking at you with a blank
Riker.
stare. I don't know what that is.
Riker? He's his number one. Or has Jean-Luc Picard says it, my number one. Number one. Number one? Come here, number one. You're in charge, number one.
You upset Remy. Now that sounds like you're from Umbrella Academy.
And
You didn't understand the joke.
yeah, I do understand the joke.
You did not.
I get it.
You're
You
throwing
think
away
I'm the
your
guy.
shot.
What? I'm not throwing away no shots.
That's what your
honey.
shirt says.
That's cool. That everybody will understand that now.
Will they?
Sure.
What are we talking about?
Star Trek.
Why?
Why
I thought we were
not?
talking about Star Wars, and that's why you were the Emperor.
We will talk about Star Wars. Get me there, bud.
Remy looked at you. She thinks her name is Bud.
So yeah.
So yeah, people I don't know are going to be in a movie I'm not going to watch. That's good.
Wait, what? People are gonna be in a movie you're not gonna watch?
People I don't know are going to be in a movie that I don't watch.
A TV show.
Whatever media that moves a movie.
That's not how movies work.
That's why they're called movies, because they move.
That's basically it. Oh, the PS5 was announced, apparently.
It has 8 instead of 4. It has 8
8 what?
K resolution.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's even possible?
I'm like, my TV is like 8 years old. It's not doing no Ks, I don't think.
Is
at
there
this
even a
stage.
TV that can do 8K?
There's probably those curved Samsungs, like those really new ones that are like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Probably. And they look super nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's
as
all I
hold
know
in
is
a
it's gonna
burp.
be 8K.
Yeah.
I ruined this keychain.
Don't stop fiddling. We're trying to do a pot. No. Trailers. Child's Play. What did you think of Child's Play?
I thought that it sounded like the original actor, but then you told me it was Mark Hamill.
Yeah, it's Mark Hamill.
And I also think the kid is a lot older.
The kid is a lot older.
And I'm like, then I saw it was a smart toy,
Yeah.
and then it made a bit more sense. But again, like, not a lot of, like, he looks like 14, but he's probably playing
like
a 10-year-old. No, like, he's like 14 playing a 10-year-old. That's what
Yeah.
he looks like. He looks like a movie 10-year-old.
Yeah.
But not like a real 10-year-old. He might be 10, and then that just sounds... Or he's 9, and we're like...
Or
what?
11 or 12, somewhere around there.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, are playing with dolls. It seems like a younger kid's toy, and that's why it's also kind of scary, right? 'Cause it's like a
Yeah.
plush toy. Not that older kids can't have it. I just think that worked in the first Child's Play, which I've never seen, but I watched the reviews of.
And then it seems more like a robot smart toy sort of thing.
And I'm like, oh, actually that works.
Yeah, I
and
like
the
that
kid's
too.
not too old for that. Maybe.
And
He feels a bit old for that, but we'll see.
I guess I find those kind of more scientific plots a lot more believable than I used voodoo magic to put my soul into a doll.
It was also in the first one. It was a bit like they think Andy's doing it, like he's some
Yeah.
little psychopath child.
Yeah, I think that's what they're playing with in this one too.
I know, but it's a little more childlike to say Chucky did it when you're 5 versus 12.
Yeah,
It sounds weirder.
sounds like it sounds like, why aren't you taking responsibility for yourself?
It's
You're
more like-
12.
Or you're like split person. Okay, that's
Yeah.
actually creepier when you're older.
Yeah.
You know what? Now I'm liking it more and more the
Like
more I
if
think
you
about
were
it.
like, Chucky did it. If I was like, why is there a can of Coke on the table? Chucky did it. I'd be like,
Okay, I have a
what?
story.
okay.
So when I was 9, I had this friend. I'm not gonna say his name. So he comes over to my house and like we're like we had lunch and then I'm helping my mom clearing up the dinner and he went up to play in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I finished helping my mom clean up and I'm like, where did he go? So I go upstairs. He's trashed my room.
Who did?
The kid, my friend, when we
Oh.
were 9. My bed is off the frame, like everything is thrown. Every piece of clothing is on the floor.
Wow.
Every drawer is open. You know, like just like disaster. And it was relatively clean because I was having company over.
Yeah.
You know. And then I'm like, what the hell, man? He's like, Snowball Man did it.
And he was like
9.
9? Okay, that's
8 or 9.
yeah.
And I'm like, the hell, man? So he wasn't allowed to be left unattended in my house, like, ever again, because it was like a disaster. Shit was
Yeah,
broken.
how would that happen?
Like, I had, like, a nutcracker and, like
Wow.
little decorations all over my room.
It sounds like a
that were,
little
like-
shit.
So later, we're in high school, and
Yeah.
I'm like, because we weren't friends after, like,
Yeah.
we stopped being friends around when we were 10.
Yeah.
And then so but back in high school, we were, like, in the same class again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and we were talking one day, just like, and I'm like, he didn't know my name?
Oh.
I'm like, oh, really, Snowball Man? And he just didn't look at me. Because I think he totally did know who I was, but didn't want me telling his stories. I had a few good ones, but that
Yeah.
was definitely the one that reminded me of this situation.
Okay.
Snowball Man.
Mm-hmm.
My parents were so mad.
Yeah, I would be.
I was pissed too, because my shit was broken, because I had like some like decorative collectible-y things, you know,
Yeah.
that were my parents when they were kids in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Like old dolls and stuff. Not the creepy kind. Like, not like a Chucky, but like,
Yeah.
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 But Snowball Man, Snowball Man did it.
But Child's Play, interested?
Yeah, I'm interested. It's a
I'm
horror
interested.
movie.
It
I'm
looks
down.
good. It looks like a new take. I haven't watched any Child's Play.
I think we
myself yet.
should.
I want to, yeah.
We'll do a marathon and then we'll watch it.
Dark Phoenix.
Okay, the new
The new
trailer
Yeah, that came out.
that came out that we watched, because I remember that. The one thing I was thinking is, you said it's more space related. Phoenix's
yeah.
story. Dark Phoenix's story, and then I saw that in this trailer, and I'm like, oh, that's what Sarah was talking about.
Ah.
But I'm also thinking, like, what? It's the only one they're directly remaking.
Well, just same source material.
But, I mean, like...
And also, it's the writer of X3 that's directing this one.
But, I mean, like, none of the other X-Men ones so far have, like, directly recreated...
Or retreaded,
Or retreaded. It was just...
I think would be a better term, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like they were, like, made the same... It's not like they made one again. It's not like they followed Rogue's story again.
Yeah.
They followed Xavier's story and Mystique's story and, like, the prequel sort of story. And I really like that. I really like how it worked. Because I really like X-Men.
Yeah.
Not all these movies were great, but I
Yeah.
liked the concept.
Yeah.
And then this one's just like, we've already seen this. And X-Men, come on, you're the only one that didn't just redo the origin story.
At least it's one of the last X-Men movies
Thank Jesus.
before it becomes MCU.
I'm saying restart it from the beginning. I liked these characters, but we've seen enough of them.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
don't do it at all. Fuck it, I don't care.
I feel like they're gonna recast anyway. Like, that's a given. They're not gonna bring those people in.
I like Wolverine better, and he's done anyway, so.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman, yeah.
Yeah. Valjean.
But no, the trailer itself, though, I think...
It's a little more enticing than the last one to me.
Yeah, it's a little more interesting. It does look better than Apocalypse. Yeah, Apocalypse was not good.
I don't even remember that movie, and I totally saw it.
Blue guy,
Isn't
blue
it in
Oscar
Egypt?
Isaac. Yes. Well, yeah.
Sort of. I remember
He's
pyramids.
from Egypt.
I remember pyramids.
Yeah.
But I was also
Basically, blue Oscar Isaac is like, I'm gonna create the apocalypse. I need Magneto, Storm, and two other Archangel and someone else to be my whose name I don't remember, to be my 4 horsemen.
Oh, that reminds me. Like, you know the blue guy who's introduced in the 3rd X-Men movie? X3?
Like,
With the
what?
devil tail? The
you
religious
mean
demon?
He's introduced in X2, and his name is Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Okay, it's been years
I
since I
love X-Men.
I do love it.
I know.
I can't remember his name. It's been like 10 years since I watched
Okay. Go.
it. But he was also now he's in this one too.
Well, he was in Apocalypse as well.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
That's how little I remember it. But I'm just saying, I'm like, oh, it's like everything the same. It's like, Glasses is like, well, she's our friend. And they're like, we should have killed her. I'm like, let's sing it again. But without Hugh Jackman, so what's the point?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what my point was.
I don't know. I feel like the trailer. I feel like it's different enough from X3, but I also don't know if it'll be good or not. Like, the trailer's not really giving me enough to be like, oh, this is gonna be shit, or oh, this is gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be the most amazing movie ever. It's definitely not gonna be the best X-Men. I don't think it would be a grand finale.
No.
Considering I don't think it was even planned to be a grand finale.
Why is Beast sometimes not Beastie? Is he still doing that stuff? I thought
The
he was.
drug?
Yeah, but I thought
think
he was.
is.
But I thought that was finished, and he was just going to embrace who he was instead of hiding in the closet. Because it's all a metaphor for gay people.
I don't get it. But he is always hiding in the closet, and I don't like it either.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll probably see it.
We'll see it.
Maybe.
Whether or not it's good or not. I feel like it's either going to be like laughably bad or just okay.
And that's even worse if it's just okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's bad or great. Anything in between is not good.
Yeah.
Enough for me. Someone stole Hamilton's face.
What are you talking about, dude? Fast and the Furious, Hobbs
No,
and
because you're sure he doesn't have a face. And it's staring at me.
on my shirt. You need to clarify I'm wearing a shirt that is Hamilton. You can't just be like, I'm not throwing away my shot, a reference to something I'm looking at that people can definitely see in this audio format.
I'll put it on the thumbnail.
It's the design of the shirt.
No, just you wearing the shirt.
Have I worn this in one of our live action stuff?
I think we have.
I don't know.
Mine has Mr. Burns and it says, I bring you love.
You bring you love. Yes, you do.
That's the episode, the X-Files episode, when they think he's an alien, but he's just high.
Cool. What's he high on?
All the drugs. Like, literally.
Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
So we saw the movie.
The movie.
I'm saying that's how long the trailer was.
Oh.
And how much it showed. I
Okay.
saw the movie.
Got me a little more excited. I like how it's about family.
They're all about family.
Yeah, but I thought this one wouldn't because it's a spin-off.
But it's literally about, like, their family.
Yeah, and I like that.
Not their metaphorical family.
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
Well, I've never seen a Fast and the Furious movie, except for when my stepdad, like, watches bits. Like,
Yeah.
he has sports on, but Fast and the Furious is on another channel, and he flips to it.
You need to do commentaries of them
Sure.
before this.
But what I was
one
gonna say
comes
is this one had so much information. Like, I felt like they showed way too much.
out. A little bit, yeah.
And I'm just like, calm down, dude. We're all gonna see it.
Yeah. But the
And
last trailer was like that too.
It was very long as well. I'm just like, I feel like I know this movie now. I hate trailers like that, where you feel like you have already seen the movie,
Yeah.
but you've just seen the trailer.
Yeah.
And then you go, and then they changed it, and there was a deceptive trailer, and then it just makes me mad.
I don't think they do that with Fast and the Furious.
No, but I'm just saying it's like, all the jokes are in the trailer, things like that. It feels like it could be one of those trailers, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You just said okay. I like Idris Elba.
Did I just say okay, okay?
Okay, I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Who knows?
Is he playing Superman?
I liked that statement of him being like, I'm Black Superman.
Who was I saying yesterday that was Superman?
Idris Elba.
Really?
No, you said he was Batman.
Oh, close enough, man.
But I like that
Because he was in something else that we were watching.
Yeah.
That we were talking about.
He's in the Suicide Squad.
As Batman, right?
No.
As Superman! Maybe! Maybe!
But anyway, he's like, I'm the Black Superman, and I like that. And I like the, oh, he really is Black Superman. That was funny.
Hopefully that's all that is funny.
Yeah, the whole trailer seems a lot. The movie looks like it'll be a fun ride. Like, even funner.
I thought that was a bean.
You thought it was a bean? Your
a green
plastic snake that also people can't see
Why
in this
is-
audio format.
Why do you keep interesting me with visuals?
And yeah, it looks good. I like those characters. They're probably both like my favorite parts of the newer Fast and the Furious ones.
I've never seen any.
Yeah, we're going to. Don't worry.
Excellent.
In fact, we might just do it right now. But not right now.
What? We're in the middle of a podcast. We can't watch movies right now.
Says who? See, I put it on already. Here's the first Fast and the Furious. I'm Vin Diesel. I drive cars really fast. I'm Paul Walker. I don't want you to drive cars really fast, so I'm gonna pretend I drive cars really fast to stop you from robbing things while you drive cars really fast. I figured out your secret plan. You're off the team. I'm gonna try and save you from the FBI because I learned to love you and care for you and family is everything. Okay. Boom. Fast and the Furious 1.
Spoilers!
You didn't stop me.
Well, I'm supposed to let you finish talking before I talk.
So.
Are we watching a trailer?
No, not right now.
Let's not watch any right now.
We will in a bit, probably. Star Wars stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Long shot. That when we
Isn't that
went
Will
to the
Smith?
movie. No, that was not Will Smith. When we went to the movie, Long Shot. Oh, you were thinking Dead Shot. Okay.
Okay, that's close enough.
But Long Shot, that movie that we saw a trailer of when we went to the movies.
Oh! And I just clapped. Sorry, people. With Seth Rogen?
With Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen?
Yes.
Where he's like a loser and she's not, but they get together.
Yeah.
Because it's a long shot.
Better than his last movie, the TTC announcements.
What?
Remember when he did the TTC announcements? Friggin', they were all over. Like a couple of the stations downtown, you'd be waiting for the friggin' subway, and then you just hear, doo-doo. Hi, I'm Seth Rogen, and I'm here to tell you that don't leave your bags unintended, or some shit like that.
Why?
I know! And
Are
it's
you
not
that
even-
desperate for work, Seth
And we
Rogen?
can barely hear him, too.
Ugh.
Well, we can hear him, but through the noise of the subway and the speakers, it's like...
But why Seth
sounds-
Rogen?
Because he doesn't have, like, a clear voice.
No, but why him? No,
I
why
don't
do that?
know.
What did he
I
like?
think he was asked to... Or, I don't know
'Cause he's Canadian,
how-
I
Yeah,
think.
he is Canadian.
Maybe that's why.
That is why. But
He's
they
just
could have
Canadian.
chosen any Canadian actor. Like, I'd rather Ryan Reynolds than friggin' Seth Rogen.
Yes.
Uh...
Come on, TTC, give us what we want. Deadpool telling us not to jump on the tracks.
Or do. I really don't care. I feel like that'd be what Ryan Reynolds would do.
Yeah, but then people would jump on the tracks and then there'd be trouble.
Yeah, that's why they got Seth Rogen instead.
Because he could do what he's asked.
But
But what crime did he commit to have to do this public service announcement?
we don't even know. Anyway, what do you think of that?
I don't know. It's a rom-com.
Yeah, looks funny.
Looks fine. I might see it someday.
Probably not in theaters.
If there's nothing
Yeah.
and I want popcorn, maybe.
Mm-hmm. If there's nothing and you want popcorn, then maybe.
It's a lot of movies.
No,
honestly, I've done that before.
Oh, that's what you said. That's a lot of movies too. Like, that's a lot of movies you've done that. Okay.
I've seen a lot of shit.
But no, I meant like, I'd see it in theaters if there's nothing and you wanted popcorn.
Oh.
That's what I was getting at.
Movies are funner with
Yeah.
a group.
No, looks fun.
By group, I mean Sarah.
Yeah. My Spy, that Dave Bautista spy movie where he got founded out by some little kid and teaches the little kid how to spy.
It's like Spy Kids, but
No, not Spy Kids. More like the Spy Next Door.
Ooh, I saw that on a first date.
You do know that movie.
Oh.
With Jackie Chan?
Yes.
Oh. It's so bad. Well, it's a family film.
It's what this looks like. It's a family film.
Yeah. It's
It's
not
fine.
the most best quality story, and it's fine for what it is.
That's what it looks like.
I
Spy Next Door was crap.
know.
I thought it was gonna be like The Pacifier, which is actually pretty fun.
Yeah. But then it wasn't.
No.
This looks more like The Pacifier,
Vin Diesel's
though.
in The Pacifier.
Vin Diesel is in The Pacifier.
I like The Pacifier.
Okay. This looks more like The Pacifier.
I
A
might
bit.
see it if I want popcorn.
Yeah. And the kid, like, extorts Dave Bautista,
Just funny.
which is funny, yeah. So it could be fun.
I'm not against seeing it, but I'm not gonna seek it out.
I thought there was another Dave Bautista movie that we saw trailer for.
It's hard to be in two movies at the same time.
She's, like, doing everything these days.
I don't know who that is, so I'm just...
You do know who that is.
No, I don't.
He was the guy in My Spy.
But I can't picture him.
He's Drax the Destroyer.
Drax.
He's a wrestler who has now quit wrestling because
Oh.
his movie career is getting too good.
Like The Rock.
But he's not The Rock.
Now I know who you're talking about. Now I can see it in my mind.
Yeah. We don't have it listed here, though. I don't know what that other one was. I thought we saw 2 Dave Bautista movies in a row.
It was Drax. You just told me in the theater that it's Drax.
Yeah. But I thought we saw 2 in a row, like 2 trailers in a row. Maybe that was... no, the thing was I saw a trailer on IMDb that also had Dave Bautista in it. That's what it was. It also
Bautista's
looks like
a baseball player.
But not Dave Bautista. And then one more thing before we get into the Star Wars news. There was like a big IMAX presentation of Godzilla.
It was so long.
I enjoyed it.
It was long. And you
Not
got mad
too
at me
long.
for calling the monster Hydra.
This is not a Hydra, it's King Ghidorah.
I know that, but it's a multi-headed dragon.
But his name is King Ghidorah.
That's his name.
Name is King Ghidorah.
That's his name, but what he is a Hydra.
No, he's an alien.
A Hydra can be an alien.
Hydra is a mythical creature from Greek mythology.
And where do you think those came from? Space!
No, I think those came from, God, Zeus.
And where does Zeus live?
Olympus?
Space!
Olympus isn't in space, it's
Olympus
on top
is
of
the
a
same
mountain.
as Asgard.
Olympus is on top of a
Olympus
mountain.
and Asgard are the same place.
Olympus is on top of a mountain.
No, what is it? It's in the sky.
I thought it would. I thought that's like in the sky on top of a mountain that like people can't climb high enough up.
No, you have to fly up there. That was that guy. He flew too close to the sun. Flew too close to Olympus.
Cool. Okay.
It's like Asgard.
But anyway. it was
Asgard is
basically-
a planet.
It's not a planet.
It's
It's
like a
too flat to be a planet.
It's a flat Earth. That's what they're basing their ideas on.
Okay. Anyway.
It's a planet.
Godzilla. It's more of a city that floats in space.
AKA a planet.
That's not a planet. No, planets are round and huge.
No.
That Asgard isn't big enough to qualify as a planet. It's not even big enough to
It's a
qualify as a
realm.
dwarf planet, is it? There we go. Realm, not a planet. Boom. I won your own argument. You won my side of the argument. I don't know how to phrase that. Anyway, Godzilla.
Is an alien.
No, Godzilla's not an alien.
He's a
Godzilla's
product
a dinosaur that was brought back during...
from our imagination.
No. Nuclear testing woke him up from a deep hibernation.
From our imagination.
Okay, so
Just making Sarah madder and madder.
this IMAX thing, it was like one scene and then followed by a short, well,
It was a scene
like,
and then it was a
then
trailer.
Like it was a bit of trailer to begin with, and
Then
then
a full
A
scene.
full scene.
But then the
And then-
scene turned into a trailer.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
And it had 11 in it.
Yeah,
And Warren.
yeah. Who's Warren?
I don't know her first name. Miss
What?
Warren.
Lorraine Warren?
Yeah.
Also, other news, she passed away not too long ago.
I know.
Like the real person.
I know.
I know you know. Do they know? As I point at the mic. As
I
if...
thought you were pointing at Remy. She doesn't know anything.
But you also pointed at the mic.
I pointed because you pointed.
But no, it looks really cool. It looks really fun. I can't wait to watch it, and I'm gonna watch it in IMAX now. Can't not watch it in IMAX.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
11 is in it.
Did you like the trailer? You excited for Godzilla King of the Monsters?
You looked very excited. I was watching you watch the trailer.
Oh.
You were like leaning forward and stuff.
Okay. Now moving on.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Star Wars trailer.
That's came out during Star Wars Celebration. We're gonna talk about it when we talk about everything in Star Wars Celebration,
Which is
which we're
now.
doing right now.
So the Star
Hey!
Wars trailer
Yeah.
dropped at an inconvenient time for
Not
me.
really.
For me personally.
Okay.
Because I'm excited about Endgame and can't even be excited about Star Wars yet.
Mm-hmm. So we got a title. Along with the trailer.
Yes.
Are you gonna face the mic as you talk?
No.
And try not to make all the noise as you squeal around in your chair.
I squeal.
Squeak around, move around, hustle, muffle around. What did you think of the title, Rise of Skywalker?
It's weird because he's dead.
Yeah, but Force ghosts exist.
There's no Skywalker anymore. They're all dead.
Ben's a Skywalker in terms of lineage. Ben Solo, Kylo Ren.
He's not a Skywalker. He's a Solo.
But he's also Leia, who is a Skywalker's son. So, in terms of lineage,
Or maybe he has a child that we don't see yet.
maybe. There's also the theory that instead of the Jedi Order, Rey is going to call it something new, something like the Skywalker.
Maybe she's gonna float around and she's gonna be a Skywalker, like literally.
Maybe. And also in the current canon, Force-sensitive Chiss are known as Skywalkers. in their native language, it translates to Skywalker.
Yeah. I'm just too excited for Endgame. I can't get too invested. All I'm thinking about is Endgame.
Well, what do you think of the trailer, though?
I like it.
It's really
I'm
good.
interested.
It's...
And I'm like, oh, it starts on a sand planet again.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
It's probably one we've
Our
already
TV's
seen.
got a weird aspect ratio, so she looks super skinny.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happened. But
It looked badass, like with terms of her flipping over the thing, and
do
we
you think
see
that's
cute
Tatooine
robots.
or Jakku?
It's probably a third one.
Why would it be a third one? Well,
Why
fourth
would there
one.
be two ones? Why would there be two sand planets? Why?
There's lots of sand planets.
I'm just thinking because when you first saw Finn pop up, I'm like, it's got to be Tatooine because that's the only one we know, but it's not. So I'm just like, oh, it's probably not. It's just its own.
I don't know. I feel like
Another made up word.
I feel like they. I don't know. I think it's not. I think it is one we've already seen.
Sandy.
Sandy.
Looks sandy.
It is Sandy.
So we saw some, Lando's in it, and we saw
Lando's in it. Woo!
so
Billy
another
D. Williams. He looks so cool, and he's wearing the Donald Glover's outfit from Solo.
Cool.
You don't care. Okay.
I care.
Uh,
He has a cape.
yeah. He's always had a cape.
Why does he have a cape?
Because
He's the
capes
only-
are cool, man.
He's the only one in Star Wars with a cape.
No, he's not. Darth Vader has a cape.
Fuck it. Only good guy.
Yeah. Well, is he a good guy, though? He did, betray Han Solo.
Then he won the battle.
Yeah. But still. I mean, no. Yeah, it looks really cool.
Has another cute robot.
Yeah, Dio. Looks good, Dio. In the panel, they actually brought him out on stage, the robot, the existing robot. And I was like, looks so cool. And him interacting with BB-8 and oh. And you are silent.
I don't know what to say to your excitement. I'm just thinking Endgame is in 5 days.
The laugh at the end. And
Okay, first,
Palpatine's laugh.
this is what I thought, because you know how Mark Hamill's the Joker?
Yeah.
That it was him, because he's the other voice.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why is Mark Hamill evil? And you're like, that's the Emperor's voice.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. So that took me a minute.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't thinking, because he talks, and then all of a sudden the laugh happened, so I thought it was him laughing.
It's not.
And a Joker laugh, because he's the Joker, you
And
know?
actually, you're not the only person that thought that. I was listening
probably
to
the right
another
one.
I was listening to another reaction about it. It was actually Kevin Smith with one of the people he does a podcast with.
Is he with Silent Bob? Kevin
He is.
Smith and Silent Bob.
Kevin Smith is Silent Bob.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I remember. Forget the other guy's name.
Jay.
Yeah.
It wasn't Jay. That was
No.
with Kevin Smith.
See, I don't know. You know what I mean? I
It
knew.
was another person he does podcasts with.
Oh.
Anyway, but they're like,
Because I'm right, and it's not the Emperor. It's just Mark Hamill.
yeah, they're like, oh, that's No, it's the Emperor. It's
It's
the
not.
Emperor. But okay, here's the thing. In the panel, after they showed that, not only were people like, oh, is that the Emperor's laugh? But then Ian McDermott came out on stage.
Yeah. Well,
Confirms it.
no, it just makes you. That's what they want you to think.
Confirms it. And also interviews since then with the cast and crew.
I saw something today. It was one of those where it has the 4 panels, and it's like a meme.
Yes.
There was Mark Hamill in an interview.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I just keep messing with people, giving them fake facts. What is Disney gonna do? Fire me?
Yeah.
Because they need him.
Yeah.
He's the only one left.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. What are they gonna do? Fire me?
Yeah. But no, Ian McDiarmid came out on stage and then was like,
Roll it again.
in the Emperor voice.
Cool.
And
Now I just wish you had shown me that instead of the trailers we did watch.
just the whole panel,
Yes.
the hour-long panel.
Just that part. I'm sure we can get a clip.
But excited?
Yes.
Can't wait.
I have to see Endgame first. I can't.
Then you can start hyping about Star Wars.
Yes. Although I try not to hype Star Wars.
Oh my god, it looks so good, and they've
Okay, I don't think I can do that strategy anymore living with you.
What?
Because you're just too excitable about everything.
I know. I mean, yes, I am. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not excitable at all.
Because you're like, love Star Wars.
I love Star Wars.
And I love it too, but like, I don't know. I'm just more dead inside, I guess.
I'm on the website right now. There are 13 things we learned from the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker panel. The film's official name is Skywalker, or Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, we know that. The filmmakers continue to work on the movie and can't wait to share it with the world. Nice, that sounds awesome.
Christmas.
I believe they're in the editing room right now. Like, they're editing it. Some time has passed between Star Wars The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. That was expected, right?
Yeah.
Because the last two were so close together, where every Star Wars movie since then has usually had some time in between. Before that, I mean. Before the last two. So, like, in terms of chronology.
Yeah.
So, the fact that there's some time in between.
Makes sense.
They don't say specifically how much time, but I'm guessing probably, like, I want to say, like, 3 years? Maybe 2 years? What would you say?
I don't know. I saw a person jump over a spaceship. That's what I'm basing my opinions on right now.
Real world fuel was important to Abrams. Yep, cool. Carrie Fisher's presence in the film is especially meaningful for all involved.
Yes.
Yes, because they're bringing her back through deleted scenes from The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. And they basically developed the script around those scenes. So.
Good. Because she didn't want to be CGI'd in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're giving her the character alive. Before her passing, it was rumored that this was gonna be her film, and how The Last Jedi was Luke's and The Force Awakens was Han.
And then she passed away.
And then she passed away.
Yeah. And no one saw that one coming.
No.
It's not like she was super old or sick or anything like that.
No. I mean,
life happens.
She's old, but
not super old.
Yeah, not super old.
She wasn't that old.
As old as everyone else in the cast, I guess.
She's younger than the other people in the cast.
Oh yeah, she was like the youngest one.
She is like she's not that old, Sarah. I'm saying that right now.
Okay.
If Harrison Ford is older and can still play Indiana Jones, she was not that old.
Yeah. BB-8 has a new friend, D.O. Yes, we know about D.O. He looks so cute. I just want to snuggle him.
He's a robot. He probably wouldn't be too snuggly.
I wonder if, after the release of that film, if they'll have D.O.s at, D.O. kits at the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, like they're having you build your own BB-8 units and R2 units. I wonder if you can make your D.O. units, or
Probably.
D units. I want one. Let's get one. Let's steal the prop.
Okay.
The new character played by Naomi Aki revealed that her character's name is Jenna. That's all she could say about her.
Is she in the trailer?
She is not in the trailer, I don't think.
Cool.
When she was first cast, a lot of people thought she might be Lando's daughter, but that has yet to be revealed either way.
It's still early days, like this is coming out in December.
Yeah.
Still lots of work
And
to
the panel
do.
itself was actually really fun to watch because
Yeah.
Stephen Colbert of the Late Show, is that the one he does? Yeah,
I don't
the
know.
Late Show. He was hosting it, and it felt like the Late Show, but if it was a Star Wars panel,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought he did a really good job hosting, and he asked the right questions. He even said at one point, "I don't work for you, Kathy Kennedy. I work for the fans."
I don't know who Kathy Kennedy is.
She's like the head of Lucasfilm.
Oh.
Okay.
Why would I know that?
Yeah, it's basically all that.
If you don't tell me it, I don't know.
Okay. Do you know who Barney the Purple Dinosaur is?
Yes.
I didn't tell you that.
No, I meant about Star Wars.
So, moving on. Oh, I forgot to show you one thing. Do you want to see a trailer for Vader Immortal?
What is it?
It's a VR experience.
Okay.
So, Vader Immortal, what do you think?
We just watched the trailer.
Yeah?
Oh, well, first of all, you said it's a VR experience, and I'm like, and it says VR series. I'm like, is it like a VR movie? And you're like, no, it's a game. I'm like, okay, good, because that's what I thought. But I was like, experience. And the first, we saw just the spot first, which was
I
very
prefer
short.
calling them experiences because they're like different than normal games. I don't know.
They are not different than normal games. They are a VR game. That's different enough. Versus, like tabletop
well, also,
game.
they
is
did
still a
another
game.
VR experience that is like not on Oculus. It's like you have to go to a place and move about in the space. So that's more of a experience than a game that they also did for a different Star Wars thing. That's been
Yeah,
out.
But that's just a game, like for PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, Oculus Rift. I'm pretty
Plugs
sure.
into your PlayStation.
The VR plugs into your PlayStation. VR plugs into your
I
PlayStation.
think you can use any headset with PlayStation.
Oh. I thought you have to use the PlayStation VR for that.
I don't think you do.
Who knows?
Maybe it's for PC then.
Oculus is for PC, yes.
I don't know because I've never tried VR,
Yeah.
nor never played a video game.
VR's cool, man.
And you did not. You just didn't. I never played a video game. Is what I said.
Yeah, I
You
heard.
didn't register. No, I would play it. It looks fun. We watched the other trailer for another game.
For the same thing. Oh, for the other game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that one looks a little more interesting to me
Okay.
because I don't think I could do VR.
Oh.
I'm not good at looking at things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think VR games are a bit more annoying to watch someone else play.
For sure. Definitely.
If you're especially if you're in the same room with them
Yeah.
and you just be like
Yeah.
sitting there
I
smiling.
mean, watching them on the TV.
Yeah, like
but-
I've watched Let's Plays of like VR games
Yeah.
where they like
But the thing-
record it proper, like just like it's a normal game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I like that. I don't like when they show it to you in VR itself, like with the two eyes.
Oh.
Because then you can put the cardboard thing on your phone and you can watch it.
Oh, I didn't know they did that. With the two eyes. I haven't seen Let's Plays
Oh.
like that.
I've seen it.
I find that's just motion sickness.
And I also just find that VR is weird.
Yeah.
There is a reminder for
But you've also said you've never tried VR. So
I've tried VR once, and like way back in the day when it was like in an arcade.
Oh, so like a brand new thing.
Shit.
I'm trying to download, talk in front of the copyrighted music. Don't listen to him. Listen to me instead. Vader Immortal. I thought it looked interesting. Maya Rudolph, I believe, is that droid. And she's mostly known for comedy stuff, so That's also interesting. And what we saw didn't seem like a super comedic role.
I thought she sounded funny.
Was she making jokes?
I don't know, just sounded funny.
Like her voice sounds funny?
She sounds like she'll be making jokes.
Okay.
But
she didn't make any jokes in the trailer.
She did.
What?
Like C3PO. It's like, this looks like a bad idea.
That's
it's not really a joke, but it said it's funny.
Okay. No, looks interesting.
You're
The
like,
story
what?
is. I'm interested about the story of that. Like, I've been searching for you. You're our only hope. You keep fiddling with things.
Yes.
And making noise. No. Don't do it, Caden. Don't do it. Don't. Ah, my eardrums. I think me screaming was louder than that noise.
You just put me at the end of the trailer.
Yeah. No, yeah, it looks interesting.
They all look interesting.
Let's see. 7 things we learned from the Vader Immortal panel. Mayor Rudolph is about to be your best friend. Yes, she's a droid. What did you think of that design? For
what?
The droid. There's a new design. We haven't seen a lot of droids like that yet. So.
I think it's a droid. Everything looked fine. Like, I was engaged with it. Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking, like, I wish it wasn't VR only kind of game.
Yeah.
But that it's designed for VR probably means it's going to be a really fun VR experience for people who play VR.
Secrets of the Empire. That was that other VR experience I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Where you're actually, like, moving around, and that's more like a movie. Because it's actually done in live action, versus this looks all computer generated.
Oh, I see. But the thing with
Remy, you're making noise.
With VR is that, like, I think if you make a VR game that requires people to move around too much, it's just not very accessible for everyone to play. But if it's just moving your head and your hands, but if you have to walk around to play it, I think that's really inaccessible.
You never have to walk around.
No, but they used to have to for VR in general.
Oh. Yeah, but you never have to, like, move your actual feet and walk around yourself. Unless it's like that VR, like Secrets of the Empire.
No, like, they used to, VR, you'd be like, you have to dedicate, like, a 5-foot radius space.
But not anymore.
No, but I'm just saying, so as long as, I don't know anymore.
They don't.
I haven't watched
you use
video
your
game
controller.
rules.
You do the thumbstick on the controllers. I'm letting you know. They don't do that anymore. Yes?
You're not letting me finish my point.
Okay, finish your...
I don't remember what it is now.
Cool. But it isn't like watching a film. There you go. It's not a film.
Good.
You'll get to interact with Mustafarians. Ooh. You don't see a lot of Mustafarians.
Cool.
In canon. We've only really seen them in the Vader comic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's interesting. You'll be let in on some of Vader's secrets. I want to know Vader's secrets. Do you want to know Vader's secrets?
Sure.
You don't? Or you do?
I said sure.
Cool. How much do you want to know? How badly do you want to know?
Endgame is in 5 days.
Okay. Episode 1 of it is all about lightsabers, but episode 2 is focused on force abilities. Cool, that sounds awesome.
Remy, stop crying. We're doing a podcast.
You can come up. You can do it. Come on. Come up. You can do it. I believe in you.
We have a ramp for her, and she's a little bit afraid of it because it keeps collapsing.
Not when she's... Well, a couple times when she's on it. But... not harmfully and not fast.
But now she wants to snuggle on the sofa again. And she can't. Go lift her onto the sofa.
You do it.
I can't get out.
Okay. But you gotta entertain the masses.
Sarah is now walking across the room. She turns while typing on her phone. She's distracted by the Star Wars news.
You can do it.
She tries to push the dog up the ramp. The dog is not having any of it. She starts to laugh and then lifts her. The dog looks awkward. Sarah picks her phone back up and walks back, still looking at the Star Wars news on her phone, laughing at something funny.
And something funny. Something funny is you.
She sits down and continues to laugh and search her phone.
So, what did you think of the Jedi Fallen Order trailer? The other video game.
That one looked fun. I liked that it was like implying the whole time that they were a Jedi, but then we didn't see it till the very end when he pulls the lightsaber. I'm like, this is like a movie trailer, not a game trailer, which is not a bad thing.
Most game trailers look like movie trailers nowadays, I'd say.
I know that. But I'm just saying, oh, it's like a movie, so it made me more excited. Whereas the Vader one had a little bit more of gameplay.
Yeah. It is a single-player campaign.
I heard
and
that,
single-player only experience, which is like
yay,
kind of what people were wanting.
Because the Battlefield games didn't go over fantastically.
And they were also very microtransaction.
Yeah. Whereas the single-player games will have way less of that, if any.
Yeah, and they said none.
Maybe
That's the other
DLC.
thing. Is they've said, well, maybe DLC, but no microtransactions.
Which is good.
I
think that'll go over a storm,
Yeah.
Like when Zelda came out and everyone loved it. That's my prediction.
Like this game is gonna be like...
Yeah, because that was single player, no microtransactions.
Yeah.
Of a beloved franchise. So I feel like it's gonna be like that.
I feel like...
Hype-wise.
Hype-wise, I'd say more closer to the Spider-Man PS4 game, because that was, like, super hyped when it came out. And everybody loved it. Yeah. Everybody loved it.
Okay, I've been out of touch with video game news for too long.
I
used to watch it every day. Videos about video game news.
Are you interested in this character yourself?
I was just wondering, like, if it's a single-player campaign, I think I would rather make my own character. But that's the Vader one, is make your own character.
Well, Vader one is you are the character, more or less. Like, you don't design your character model if it's a VR, I don't think.
You do, because if you see yourself in the mirror.
Maybe. If there's mirrors.
I don't know. Anyway.
They might just... Vader's castle could be, like, oddly mirrorless.
Or you're just a vampire. You don't show up in the mirror.
Maybe.
But I'm just saying, the only downside for me in that one is, like, it doesn't look like it's character creation. It looks like it's this guy.
Yeah.
So you're playing a guy, a white guy, like all those kind of things.
I guess.
Which can be, like, when I did video game, like, theory.
Yeah.
And, like, this, like, he doesn't look like the stereotypical, white guy video game protagonist. He's not, like, super muscly and, like, full of guns and shit.
Yeah.
But still, not being able to play as a girl or a guy, it's kind of like Zelda Link only being a guy. You'd think they'd be past that now.
But also at the same time, you can cross-dress when you're Zelda in the new Zelda.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah.
It's like, why don't you have that? It's, these days.
Also, the thing.
But that's the only thing for me. That might not be the case. That might just be the trailer.
Yeah. For me, I feel like a lot of stories like that. For me, if it was a self-creation thing, as a canon person, I'd be all like, what's he supposed to look like?
Well, I just think that it's less important that some people think it's canon than giving the user that experience and that's integration.
Very much yeah.
And that's like
it depends on the person too.
It's like the MMO Star Wars game.
Yeah.
It's like the story is there and everyone plays the story, but you look different.
Yeah.
Or just have multiple paths with different characters is another way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I feel like more story-driven, narrative-driven video games, they more want to build the character as a complete character as opposed to you at the wheel. Well, you at the wheel, but like as opposed to a blank slate that you can see yourself in. I feel a lot of the times.
Yeah, but why does that blank slate have to be a cis white guy?
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
It's just like that's just me playing devil's advocate over here, being like, why? Why is it a guy?
My problems with it are more in terms of story and in terms of character. It feels like it's retreading a bit on other stories that have been explored in the comics and the books in the canon.
Yeah.
Like, very specifically Kanan. The story of Kanan, who is... he's one of the characters in Star Wars Rebels.
Maybe he is Kanan.
He's not Kanan, because he's not Caleb Doom, which is Kanan's original name. And we saw that story already explored. And I feel like it's retreading a lot in the whole, oh, I was a Jedi Padawan, now I have to hide and not show that I'm force sensitive at all. I can't reach out, I can't save someone, and then I save someone, and then the authorities are after me, and it just seems like I've already seen that a bit.
But it's also a video game. It doesn't have to be canon.
But it is canon.
Is it?
It is.
Did they say so?
Yes.
Well, I'm saying they shouldn't do that.
They shouldn't have all video games be canon?
No.
Why?
So then there's more room to play. There's not a linear story then.
Well, that's it for everything. Everything in canon, it creates walls for the creator.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, they're making 2 games. They don't have to both be canon.
2 games?
Yeah, this game.
Oh, that's different to me because it's VR.
It's not different. It's different to you, but it's just not different.
Okay.
Objectively, it's not different. They're both games. They're both canon. They're both video games. They're both interactive where you become a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, the tagline of the first game, it said become a Jedi. It's like, really, you're not becoming a Jedi because you're not. This guy is. And you're just controlling
but you're playing
him.
The guy.
But it's not you.
Well, it's the same
It's
thing
not
as...
you playing a character. It's
same thing as for the Batman Arkham games when it's like, you are Batman or something like that was the tagline. You're not Batman, you're playing Batman.
No, I mean, like, it implies more character flexibility in the tagline than it seems that you're actually going to be able to get.
Okay.
And plus, you can't become a Jedi because there is no Jedi.
And he's already a Jedi.
Exactly.
He's a hiding Jedi.
I don't know. That tagline just didn't seem to fit for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it does make sense. Maybe if I think about it more.
I didn't honestly pay attention to the tagline.
Oh. So who's not paying attention this time? Okay.
Single player experience.
Well, I think it's a good right.
Respawn spent at least a year nailing down the world, story, premise, and characters.
Well, I'm sure they're like putting it's going to be a good game. It's just those little things that, we're going to have to harp on forever because that's just the nature of ethics in video games.
Yeah.
What else from Star Wars happened? Anything of note?
The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah, with the leaked footage.
Yes.
Which we watched.
Because they didn't actually show the footage to the internet like they did everything else when they live streamed the panels.
Yeah.
They were like, so if you're watching this on live stream, it's gonna black out for like 7 minutes. And it's like, why would you do that, Jon Favreau? Why wouldn't you be like everyone else and just actually show us the footage?
Maybe they wanted a con exclusive thing.
Maybe.
Like for the members that are going.
Yeah.
And that would be a reason to buy tickets and such.
And also, but also, it's gonna leak when you do that.
It leaked, but it was in poor quality. We were off to the side.
Yeah. What did you think of the footage? It was like a scene and then a trailer, for those of you who haven't checked it out.
For me, I was like, okay, this scene is a bit out of context for me.
Yeah.
To understand what's happening. And I've seen all the Star Wars movies. You know what I mean? Just a bit. But again, like, it doesn't matter because it's not a trailer. The trailer itself looked really cool because we
Mhm.
see the trailer at the end, but the scene, I'm like, who's the Mandalorian? I wish I had seen.
We don't know we don't know any of these
I
characters.
know, but I'm
that's
like,
the
a
thing.
scene doesn't make as much sense when you don't have context.
It also looks like it's probably the first episode too.
Yeah, and it looks a little. It looked good,
Yeah.
but I would not be surprised if that wasn't the final cut of the episode of the scene either.
Mm-hmm. Carl Weathers. What do you think of Carl Weathers being in Star Wars?
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do. He was like all over Arrested Development, and you watched that show like 3 times.
Who's Carl Weathers?
Carl Weathers. He was the guy that was like gave the job at the beginning of that scene. He gave the job to the Mandalorian. He was like, "Hey," and he gave him that card.
Oh!
And
Yeah,
he's
Carl
all over
Weathers.
Arrested
Yes.
Development as himself. How do you watch that show like 50 times a day and you don't
I've
know
seen
who
it
he
twice.
is? You saw it like 4 times.
Okay, 2.5. Because I watched part of it with you, and then I watched it by myself twice.
Thought you watched it by yourself 3 times.
No, only twice.
Thought you watched it more than once, like the first couple times you watched it.
Fuck. I'm not like watching it. It's just on.
Yeah.
Carl Weathers. Yeah, no, I didn't know who he was.
Seemed like an
Like, I
interesting
know who he
role.
is, but like I don't didn't click.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked cool. I'm just like, okay. The trailer made me want to watch it more than the scene did.
The scene wanted me to just keep going in that
I was also
episode.
wondering how long is this scene? Is it the whole episode? Because I'm like, okay, we gotta record this podcast now. But no, it looked interesting. I want to watch it. I want to get Disney Plus, but I've already decided that before seeing this.
Mhm.
Good debuting on there, right?
Yes. It's debuting on Disney Plus on November 20th, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, so that's when we're getting Disney Plus.
Yes. I believe that's when it's coming out.
Whenever. It looked cool. What do you think?
Looks cool.
I think you think
I
more
really
things
liked
than I
it.
think.
Gus Fring. being
That
the
is
bad
him,
guy
right?
again.
That is
yeah,
him,
I
right?
even looked it up on IMDb.
Well, the thing is, it was like hard to see the.
And he's an Imperial too, and it's like cool. It seems like a cool role for him.
Yeah, I like him. I thought it was him, but I was also not sure, so I didn't want to ask.
Yeah,
And I didn't get a good look at him because of the angle of the footage.
yeah.
There's probably a better version of it, and we just picked the worst one.
There was other leaked footage of like a behind the scenes thing,
Yeah,
but this was more interesting.
yeah.
And also, this was
What the hell's a Mandalorian? Mandalorian. Yeah.
I can't even say it the way you said it. Mandalorian? Is that what you called it?
I didn't. I said Mandalorian.
You said Loyoin.
Don't laugh at my speech impediment.
You have a speech impediment?
Sometimes.
Yeah, cool.
I asked you a question.
Oh, right, Mandalorian.
What the fuck's a Mandalorian? It's like a Boba Fett.
Yes, Boba Fett and Jango.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett and Jango
But
Fett.
he's not the Fett.
He's not a Fett. As we keep going in Clone Wars, we'll explore more about the Mandalorian a bit. The Mandalorian culture and other Mandalorians.
Yeah,
Not
like I know
that
the Fett is a
specific
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I said it wrong again.
Though he may not be. Because, like, there's a line in the Clone Wars that's like, Jango Fett was never a real Mandalorian. He stole that armor. But also, it's a society that's very posh and very, like, different clans. And some clans might be like, you're not Mandalorian enough to be a Mandalorian to people. So it's
They're
really
just
gray
people,
area.
right? That wear that armor?
Like, they're from a specific...
From Mandalore.
They're from Mandalore.
But they're people. They're people.
humans.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're just people. They're not like weird looking or anything.
No.
They just wear Boba Fett armor.
Yeah.
Boba Fett armor.
Well, yeah. Mandalorian armor.
Okay, like
That's what the armor is. It's Mandalorian armor. Can you do me a favor because my phone died?
No.
Can you grab your phone?
No.
Or can I use your phone?
No. For what?
To show you pictures of Galaxy's Edge stuff?
We've talked about it.
Not this stuff specifically.
Well, just tell me about it.
Okay. Did you see the Coke cans?
You told me about them, how they're in like Star Wars
Yeah, they're
language.
But did you see them themselves?
I can imagine.
I'm grabbing your phone.
Fuck you.
Can I grab your phone?
No.
Okay. Like actually no, or are you just playing it up?
That's for you to decide. Now Sarah walks away, laughing as she steals Caden's cell phone that was charging and needs to be charged. It clatters because it has keys attached to it. Sarah tries to unlock it, but the fingerprint doesn't work. She starts to laugh. She pauses, unable to unlock the phone.
I unlocked the phone.
The glow in Sarah's face illuminates her funny smile, and the shine from the screen can be seen in her glasses as she tries to Google the fuck up Erica Besh Coke can looks like. She thinks. She types with one finger. She sits back down and my narration can end.
No, keep narrating. I'm still looking up stuff.
Remy sleeps in a ball on the couch to the right of Sarah. Sarah's left, Caden's right.
Where is it?
Sarah cannot find what she wants. It's because they've taken it off the internet. Fun fact.
Here we
Star
go.
Wars is from Disney World. But
6 things we learned from the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge
I
panel.
wasn't done my story in narration mode.
Okay, keep going.
And they have their own Coke, so does Universal. Buzz Cola is made specially for Universal Studios.
Look at these cans.
They're like the balls! I used to have those in high school. We called them the ball, like the scrotum. Or the bomb, the grenade. They sell those at Christmas time.
Yeah, they look like the impact that's not what they're called. The grenades that like
They look like grenades!
but like the specific grenade.
It's locked to your
phone
own.
locked.
Sarah goes to unlock the phone again. Yeah,
So
they look
there's
cool. I don't know why you're upset.
Diet Coke, Sprite, Dasani. Like, I understand it, and I think it looks cool, and I think it looks like the Star Wars world, but a bit of me is like, why does Coca-Cola, specifically Coca-Cola, exist in Star Wars?
Because they don't want to just put regular Coke cans out there?
I understand that, but why don't they just... If it wasn't labeled, if it wasn't all in universe, that's the thing.
I think you're getting hung up on something really, really minor.
Like what?
It doesn't matter if Coke is in Star Wars or not. It's really cool that instead of just selling Coke at the park, that they're integrating it into the world.
And I like that. I like it. I like.
But you're like, why does Coca-Cola exist? Because Coca-Cola is not going to provide Coke to the park if they're not branded as Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
The fact
and
that Coca-Cola is willing to go against their
It's just a little
branding.
thing in my head. I understand that. I fully 100% understand why they're doing this, and I like their designs. I think it's cool, but my head is being nitpicky. That's my nitpick head. My like little thing in my head that just can't get over it.
Now I want Buzz Cola, which is a 0-calorie Coke Zero.
So
Like
yes, the
Cola's,
Galaxy's Edge panel.
Cherry.
They showed off those cans. They're pretty cool designs, and you can understand what they are without being able to actually read them.
Mm-hmm.
This Sunny one's interesting too.
So I guess there's no Pepsi at this park.
I guess not. Paul Rubens returns as Rex. Rex was the pilot of the Star Tours ride, the original Star Tours.
Oh, cool.
And he's a DJ now in the cantina.
Nice.
and he plays lots of different songs. They played some at the panel
Yeah.
that were pretty interesting. One that was like another song that the like same band that plays in the cantina in A New Hope. They played another one of their songs.
Nice.
And they also played a song by an all droid band that sounded so cool.
Yeah.
It was like it was like electronic, but like also there were parts that there were parts that sounded like they kind of human type mistakes, like mistakes, you
Sure.
understand?
Yeah.
It was cool. The jiggling of these keys from your phone.
That's why I told you not to use it.
How was I supposed to know that when you wouldn't even tell me if you were serious or not?
That's for you to decide.
Yeah, they also showed off a lot at they had a booth where they showed off a lot of the merchandise that you can buy.
Yeah.
They had different stuff each day.
Yeah.
They had some of the Resistance and the First Order outfits that you can buy and
Yeah.
memorabilia.
Yeah.
They had the artisan crafted toys and such.
Yeah.
My little nitpick with those is some of the stuffies they do look kind of like they were made in China as opposed to an artisan on a street that hand sewed this themselves.
Of course they're gonna look like that. They're mass producing.
I mean,
them.
yeah, for sure. I understand that. But yeah. But they all still look pretty cool. Also some of the rare items that you can get at the like antique shop. And the droid depot where you can build your own droids and such.
Yeah.
And how you can build your own lightsaber and such was kind of...
That's cool.
Yeah, looked pretty cool. Can't wait. Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7 panel.
Yeah.
I'll just describe some of the stuff they showed in a hopefully not spoiler way, as you don't want to be spoiled on that. Yes?
Yeah, because I'm only in season 2.
Yes. Season 1, I thought.
Whatever.
Uh,
I'm only in the early stages.
So they showed a couple scenes, one that focused on Ahsoka, and one that focused on the Bad Batch, which is a group of new characters. A bunch of clones that were from a Bad Batch, so they all have different defects and such.
That's interesting.
Uh,
I honestly didn't know the show was still running.
Here's the thing, it wasn't. It was canceled. They're bringing it back for one last season.
Well,
with
that's
Disney
exciting.
Plus.
Now I'm excited.
Yeah.
Took my mind off Endgame for a moment.
And the animation has definitely improved. It's very much, you can definitely tell that the years in technology and they're putting that into it.
That's good.
The trailer itself showed a lot of stories that we knew about,
Yeah.
knew that they existed.
Yeah.
Because it was canceled and we didn't get to see those stories, but they were referenced in other material.
Yeah.
Because the creators considered them canon.
Yeah.
So we're finally seeing a lot of those stories.
So that's cool.
So yeah, and I'm super excited about that.
Yay. Me too now. I have to finish watching the rest of the show first.
Yeah. And I think that's everything.
Cool. So, we saw a movie this week. Do you remember what the movie is called, Sarah? As my phone autocorrects it to Heel Boy, like HE''LL. We saw Hellboy, which before going to the theater, I did not realize was 18A.
Mm-hmm.
And I would call it exposition the movie because the
Exposition and needless gore the movie.
It was the whole movie. There was like 15 backstories shown. And and it was so rapid fire at the beginning. I'm like, they just need those guys that read the insurance information, like the disclaimers in the radio ads. It talks so fast. They're like auctioneers.
Yeah.
I'm like, any faster and he'd be freaking auctioneering it off.
Yeah.
There was backstory and then backstory and then backstory, and we got no character development from Hellboy. We tell that he's a good guy, but he just acts like a jerk. Then is almost swayed to the dark side and then doesn't, which I don't think is a spoiler because that's just what these movies do.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what the fuck? And I've never seen anything with Hellboy. Like, ever.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
No. It made me more angry the more time has passed since I saw it.
If you might like it if you like super violent type movies.
It even wasn't
super gory.
It wasn't even satisfying in the terms of creepy gore. Like, it was just gross.
Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't even super...
I feel like some people are into that, but not me.
But, like, there's just a scene where he, like, gets kissed by this old lady, and she's just licking his face, and it's just, like, it's not gory. It's not super creepy. It's just gross as fuck.
And also...
And he's, like, making little jokes. I'm like, ugh.
And also, one of the character's powers is, like, to seance people back from the dead, but they come out of her mouth. And it's so gross. It's like...
It looks like an intestine or something.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Now, I'd never seen anything like that before, and I thought that was pretty innovative way of showing it. But also,
it looked bad.
It looked bad. But I'm like, oh, didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Whereas the other gore, it's like you like see it coming a bit.
Yeah.
Which was good because then you weren't like too shocked when it happened.
I did really like the fight scenes. They were all pretty fun. Especially him fighting the ogres. That was all like...
The giants.
The giants, sorry.
So in the first 5 minutes of the movie, we find out about a secret society. Then that's how fast they were talking.
Yeah.
And then he goes and fights with them, and then they try to kill him. And then he kills the giants anyway.
Yeah.
So that happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
He fights these 3 big giants, and he kills them. And after they had killed all the people that had tried to kill him, and they, we used full spears because they tried to kill him. And then later in the movie, he fights this pig, a minotaur. Mm-hmm. And he's, like, kicking his ass.
The thing is, though...
And I'm just like, the pig is so tiny compared to the giants and all these people that were fighting him.
Yeah, but the pig has more power because the Blood Witch person gave him unlimited power, sort of
I know, but he looks so much wimpier. So it just comes off as, you can't take this guy after you took all these other guys at the same time?
I feel like
Come
we're
on.
100% in spoilers.
Ah, fuck it. No one should see this.
The movie sucks. Don't see it unless you really, really like gross gore.
I feel like if you were a big fan of the comics, this might be your movie.
But even then...
Because you'll just kind of see all the things everything you've ever read, because it's all in this movie.
Yeah, here's the thing. I feel like they put in too much.
Because they do the backstory of how, like, magic exists in this world.
And they did the backstory of Hellboy, and then they did the backstory of all the other characters. And on top of that, there's also a huge story in the comics that is one of the big ones that has a bunch of twists and turns of its own.
So this movie felt like Endgame, but if it was the first one.
Yeah.
Because it's like world ending. It's like, where could you go from here?
Exactly. That's what I felt like, too. Like, it's setting up sequels in the end, in the after credits scene, which wasn't even that... It, like, hinted at somebody, but as someone who hasn't read all the comics or enough of the comics myself, I don't know who they're talking about.
No. And the thing is, this movie does a lot of tells, but not shows. So it gives you a lot of backstory, but it doesn't give you anything with the characters. Mm-hmm. So it's just backstory, the characters making some weird jokes, fight scene. And that's the movie.
Yeah.
So they keep saying Hellboy's such a good guy, and I'm like, he kind of seems like a jerk to me. I don't know what a good guy.
That was kind of the character. He's a jerk.
But he's a good guy, but we never see him doing anything hero-y.
Except defeating a giants.
But
and
he's not doing that to protect
destroying-
people. He's doing
What
that
about
because
that
they're
opening-
attacking him.
What about that opening scene with the vampires, though?
He kills his friend.
Yeah, because he became a vampire and he was very sorry, and then he mourned.
But here's what I'm saying, like, the first thing we see him do is accidentally kill his friend. Doesn't seem very hero-y to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like we see him saving kittens from trees or something. You know, something smaller and more heroic to build him up. But no. But he's such a good guy. He's done so much good. What good has he done?
Yeah.
So far, he's killed some guys that tried to kill him, made some bad jokes, shaved his horns, and that's where we are at.
Yeah.
And, like, everybody dies. Introduced, dies. Introduced, dies. Introduced, dies. Don't see it.
If you want to see good Hellboy movies, see the Guillermo del Toro ones. Those are both pretty good.
Now I want to
It's
see
not
them to
gross. It's not gross, but
Some
it's
of the
also
designs-
gothic.
Some of the designs were gross but cool. I
Yeah.
liked some of the monsters, and I liked some of the grossness. It was just too much.
Too much at once, and also more gore than I like myself personally. That's more a personal
Yeah,
opinion.
so this is an 18A movie with no nudity, but there's a scene where this old disgusting woman is like doing like I don't know,
Backflips
a
and
backflip bridge thing,
And her
and
frickin'
her boobs
low-
are like coming too close,
And her low hung shirt is
And I'm
just
like,
showing
no.
her wrinkly boobs.
but like no boob pops out, but you're just like, please,
Yeah, I was thinking that whole
Please.
time. It's like,
please don't do it.
please don't make the joke of her boob falling out. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
I'm like, this movie doesn't need boobs.
I know.
And especially not her boobs.
I know.
But I don't know whose else's boobs we would have gotten.
What's his name?
It's so rapid fire. Like, I don't even know how to talk about this movie because it's so inconsistently incoherent. It's just like, bam, here's the movie.
Let's talk performances.
Okay.
What did you think of David Harbour as Hellboy?
I think he did all he could with the little bit they gave him to do.
Yeah, I think he was already basically perfect casting. He seemed a lot like Ron Perlman, like a younger version of Ron Perlman in terms of the actor.
And I mean, all the people in the movie were fine. It's just the story. They tried to... It's like 6 movies in one.
Yeah.
And that's never going to work, even if you've got the best actors in there.
Yeah. Like, it's worse than... It's worse than Batman v Superman
Oh, yeah.
in terms
But
of...
a little bit was funny, I guess.
Yeah.
They're about the same.
But, like, in terms of how many stories it's trying to
Oh,
adapt,
yeah.
it's worse than Batman v Superman. And Batman
yeah.
v Superman already adapt, like, 6 different
But
stories.
at least it wasn't the first movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying we don't need origins every time for characters. But for Hellboy, we needed something that shows him as a hero.
We don't need origin. We didn't need a origin story.
No.
But we didn't need the final act either.
We just didn't need this movie.
Yeah.
I want my money back. It's just, we're just so mad.
So
There's like, we can't-
gross. I was about to be like, how do you think the father did, the actor for the father? But then all I could think about is him freaking badly CGI'dly sticking out from what's her name's face, and I'm like, oh no.
The movie was both like weird and hard to understand and predictable. I don't know how they achieved that,
Yeah.
but they somehow did. I did like. No, and also the one guy turns into like a were-leopard. It's a were-leopard, but he makes a jaguar sound.
Oh, that doesn't.
But have you
really-
ever heard of the jaguar, like the Sega Jaguar?
Yeah.
And it turns on, it makes a jaguar sound? That's the sound he makes. But he's
Yeah.
not a jaguar. He's a cheetah. Cheetahs don't make sounds.
I think he's a specific mythical creature, though.
But why is it a jaguar sound? It's like the sound bite from the video game.
Well, who knows?
But I did like some of the designs. I'm like, whoever did the monster designs, they were creepy and cool. but like they were not used well in the movie.
And here, well, me comparing it to the other movies, I feel
you
yeah
hate
they
it
were
even
creepy.
more.
Yeah, I didn't like them quite as much because the other movies I feel were closer to the comics in terms of design because it felt more bright, still creepy, still gothic, but brighter reds, brighter blue. Well, more red, more blue, more whatever.
Yeah.
Than a lot of the monsters were like white and brown and realistic colors, except for Hellboy in this one.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if this is really a criticism of the movie or just Hellboy in general. His arm is weird. I'm like, just take it off, but it doesn't come off.
No, they didn't really explore that quite so much in this film. But that's one of his traits, is like he has an arm that's made for smashing and he doesn't know why. No one really knows why he has that. It's cool, though.
But to me, because I'm looking at him, I'm like, just take it off. Because I don't know anything about him, right?
But it's not a glove.
I know, but like it's a glove. It means the guy playing him is wearing it.
I mean, yeah.
So to me, I'm like, I'm so out of the movie. I'm like, just take off your fucking glove, man, and go home.
I liked Lobster Johnson. I liked him in this.
Who's that?
That was the guy in the flashback scene with the branding.
Yeah, the guy with the ghost guy. I have no idea who he is, but I feel like that would be a cameo I would enjoy if I knew the source material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed fun.
He seemed fun. That's the best part you can say about this movie. He seemed fun. But there's just so much, and I don't even know how to talk about this movie except for just rage.
I
can just scream into the mic.
The main villain, the Blood Queen or whatever. I didn't really care about her. What was her motivation to?
She was like
rule
coming
the
back,
world?
and then she wants to date him, but
Not.
But then all of a sudden he's the son of Merlin, or like Merlin's.
He's the son of King Arthur's
yeah,
descendant.
That's what I mean.
He's the descendant of King Arthur, but also half the devil.
It was just like my mind spinning. I'm like, this is the whole. I swear to God, the whole freaking character, the whole Hellboy comics.
Mm-hmm.
Like compressed down into a 2-hour medium.
Except for the first few that were already adapted in the first movie.
Except for the first...
Because we don't have Abraham. We don't have the other guy, the other girl, the fire girl.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't know who those people are.
You will when you watch the Guillermo del Toro movies.
But honestly, guys, skip this one.
And then at the end, they hinted towards Abraham, to which I was like, I predicted that too, because I was like, oh, they're in the Arctic, they're probably going to find Abraham. And then they did.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool.
He's like, but also too, so apparently he was like, came out from hell or whatever during the World War II. So he's 70? And what?
But also at the same, that's kind of comic book accurate. Although the comic books came out in the 90s, but he's still like 50.
I know, but I'm like...
Well, 40.
70.
50, 40, something like that. No, 60. No.
And why is it called Hellboy then? And also just like, just irked me. Hellboy is a superhero name. Why would a father call his son Hellboy? Why wouldn't he just call him like something else, anything else?
Yeah, they didn't necessarily explain why he was called Hellboy.
They just
so
said
much in this.
And then you showed me a clip from the comic book where they just end up calling him Hellboy. But I get it as a nickname. But don't you think you would have given him a real name?
But also,
that's just weird.
But that's the thing of this whole story, is the father was a bit of an asshole and didn't know how to raise a child.
But also, Hellboy. If Spider-Man can be a man, this guy can be Hellman. I don't know. That just irked me as a non-fan, just being like, the fuck are you doing?
Well...
But I know that's the source material and whatnot,
so,
but still, I can criticize...
It's called Hellboy for a reason.
I can criticize the source material as well as the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid. But I guess it could make
so.
sense in the context of the
I don't
comics.
think it's stupid. I think it's badass. So...
Hellboy is stupid. because
Hellboy is a badass.
He's not a
name.
boy!
Who cares? Spider-Man's not a man. He's a teenager.
He's a man eventually. He's not gonna become a boy. You're so mad. I think we need to stop talking about this movie before we both explode and then fall into hell and have those weird demons come.
And become Hellboy.
Oh no. Alright. Don't see it. Follow us on social medias.
Maybe if you're a fan, I'm actually curious. If you're a fan and you have already seen the movie Hellboy,
Comment in the
comment
section
below because I want to know what your opinion is.
Yeah. Because we
I
don't
wanna-
know anybody other
'cause-
than ourselves to ask.
Yeah, I don't know if my brother's seen it yet because he's a huge Hellboy fan.
I'm just making a joke that we
Yeah.
have no friends.
I know we have no friends.
No, I didn't mean, I was joking we had no
I
friends, and then
know.
you revealed
I
we have no
was-
friends.
Okay.
Come on, Sarah. Oh
we-
shit, that was loud.
That was loud. We are 'Cause We Can.
'Cause We
I'm
Can
Sarah
3.
Hazen Bask. Who are you?
Remy.
You're Remy?
No, I'm Kaden.
Who is Remy then if you're Remy?
She's sleeping.
Okay.
That's
I'm
her
Sarah
name.
Hazen Bask. My co-host was Remy, and sleeping beside me is sleeping.
Alright, bye.
Follow us on social media on Facebook, 'Cause We Can, commentaries.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, 'Cause We Can 3. Check out our YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, do all that jazz.